Hi, Thumos guys, and welcome back. Hope you're feeling amazing. Look, we're going in. We're answering questions from our Discord. We got all the men working together, helping each other out. If you want to make a YouTube video and respond to some of these, please do. These are not just for me, okay? This is the whole community working together, helping each other out. Let's get it, man. Pirate's Life. Hi, Thumos. Let's jump in. My question for you. What's your take? This is from Wick, by the way. What's your take on long-term relationships? I know you've been in quite a few over the years, and what are the most important lessons you learned from them? Any insight on cheating, trust issues, disagreements, etc.? What about the urge to go after the shiny new thing? Hotter girls and open relationships versus monogamy. I believe these are questions most of us share. Love to hear your thoughts on them. First things first. Relationships, a good one, ton of benefits. Okay, we'll talk about the cons, but let's just address the benefits because it is immense. And you may not see them when you're a young buck, 19, 20, 21. Now, first off, I don't think you actually should be all about pursuing. I gotta find a relationship. I gotta find a girl. Live your life, become a weapon. All right, live the High Thumos lifestyle. Challenge yourself. Focus on your career, on building skills, getting your money right. This will lead you to having some confidence in yourself and actually more influence. And it'll help you have more groundedness in your life. And then when you meet a girl, you'll be able to just be a man and be in your frame, and things will flow a lot easier if you don't have a ton of stress that plagues your life. Because you got to get to a place where you're solid, man. All right? You got to get to a place where you're solid, okay? So that's the little first thing we got to get out of the way. A relationship can be great. When you meet a girl, you will quickly see how her thoughts are, her mindset, where she comes from. This is a big thing that gets overlooked, but a woman's background, man. Like, let's just get it straight. I've been dating this girl for about 3 years. Two, almost three. Great girl, okay? And we come from completely different backgrounds. I was raised in Tampa, Florida. My parents struggle with money, 6 kids. Her suburbs of Chicago or Illinois, and just different lifestyle. Where she was raised just with 2 kids, got everything she kind of needed, had a different mindset. My family's mindset was like pinching pennies all the time, man. Go to the thrift store, get the cheapest shirt as possible. Here, okay, all right, everyone clothed. Okay, it doesn't matter if you have 4 stripes on your shoes. They're important that you just have shoes, right? And so you have this cheap mindset. We're always, trying to like, okay, I can't spend this. Her mindset is, let's invest in this. It makes your life better, okay? And it is very helpful to meet someone that has a different view on life than you. If both of you guys are like, you were born in the dang trailer park and you meet her, Sheila, and you and Sheila are dating, like how are you going to build off each other? You got to each have something to add. You got to each have something to add to the picture. So for me, but that lifestyle also taught me to be stoic. Losing my parents earlier on taught me to be stoic. So it was like she had all of her problems, but then she also had this insight into how to live life, and then I had my insight, and I was kind of grounded and stoic and kind of help her overcome the anxiety, and it was like a good fit. It was like things are clicking better than when I was younger, and it's more of just the lust. And listen, let's just move on from here. So first off, check the background, check the parents. You don't got to run a background check, but what I'm saying is, look at where she comes from. Look at the mindset. Is she of a poor mindset? Is she anxious all the time? Is she filled with worry? Is she all about just having a good time, running around, woo, and drinking? All this stuff taken into consideration, because a relationship can really fill in the gaps that you have in your own self, the blind spots. It can point them out to you. It can make you a better man, and you can set up a good life with a good woman. Seriously. Other things, like I said, let's move on from here, is the lust is going to fade. Like I've been saying, it's from the Molecule of More, okay? The book about dopamine. You guys think you know about dopamine? You don't. Read The Molecule of More. You will get a deep insight into how dopamine is, what it is, what it's used for, and everything dopamine related. But dopamine in a relationship, a new relationship where you get all those good feelings, starts to drop off around 18 months. After 18 months, you start getting the Coolidge effect. If you're having sex, it's not as exciting. You see that big booty in the gym. You start getting some different thoughts. You start looking left and right. Right? Things change after 18 months. It becomes less of this hot love, lusty, passionate love, and then it comes cool. Where, do I actually care about this person? That's a big thing in a relationship. Do you actually care about the well-being of the individual that you're with? Do you want the best for them, and do you want to be a part of bettering their life and supporting them? That's what you really got to ask yourself. And if it's no, then get out, right? Get out. But this is a big thing, man. And too many guys will get to this point and then feel stuck and not make a decisive decision to cut away from the relationship. Or they'll, and then they just waste so much dang time looking at these girls and wonder, trying to, okay, maybe I'll cheat over here. You cheat, and it's like, dude, move on or stay. Make a decision, dude. Your life will be easier. And once you make a decision, go forward in that decision. That's very important. Okay? As far as cheating, trust issues, disagreements, you are a man. I recommend reading the book The Way of the Superior Man by David Deida. If you're a man that, like I said, you've been focused on yourself, you have some confidence, you have some influence, you have some discipline, right? And you're feeling good, there should be no reason that you need to worry about cheating, trust issues, checking her phone. Now, a lot of guys that are red pilled and they consume a bunch of red pill stuff, they're filled with like a constant anxiety that kind of permeates their life. We don't have that here, man. We don't have that. There's no fear. There should not be fear, because you don't need to worry about that. You can handle anything. And if you're going about your life, doing what you need to do, I think that you will know. It's a deep knowing. You will realize how your girl treats you and the affection she shows. She's usually very touchy-feely. She likes to be around you. She'll call you up. It doesn't have to be 24/7, bugging you. But let's be honest. If a girl is kind of clingy in a way, that means she really likes you. That means she really likes you, and she's into you. Now, you can always kind of gauge. Like, I'm not always, oh, my girl, is she into me still? Like, okay, how's this really? No, it's like, I'm chill, dude. I'm relaxed. I'm in a good relationship. I'm living my life, doing the things I know to do, doing what's in front of me. And my girl's doing her thing. We help each other out. And we have fun, and life is good. You don't need to worry about that stuff. And if you start to feel that something is wrong, then you acknowledge it and you see, well, am I being sort of a pushover in this relationship? Am I getting soft? Am I getting comfortable? 18 months ago when I got in this relationship, a year ago, 2 years ago, how was I then? How have I changed? How have I let myself go? What have I given up on? Have I stopped chasing the dream? Have I stopped moving forward, pushing on the path, following the way? And then you can start to have realizations there of how you went wrong. And if you are, then you got to go back. And if you are, and you be honest with yourself, and you say, yeah, I've gotten off the path. I'm not living to my truth. And my girl is responding to that accordingly, where she's starting to show a bit more disrespect. She's maybe a little distant. She's not as loving. She's not as kind or helpful. She doesn't really lift you up. Then something's wrong. And don't put it on the woman's nature. Don't put it, it's your fault, man. It's your fault, because we're the leaders. And this is what the men of the world need today, is that we have to take up that leadership role, because that's what's part of being a man, okay? We have to, because we're the head of the relationships. And if we have a lot of anxiety, and if we're always complaining and moaning and groping and crying and, just this unhappy, how is that going to affect the person that's looking to us for that, for that peace and that presence, that stoic that emanates from a strong man? Okay, so it's always look at yourself. Always look at what you've given up. If you feel like you're not really penetrating life, you're ready to go out there and you want, shake things up, dude, to really, bend the world over, pop it on its, smack it on its ass, dude. That's like an analogy. You got to feel that way. You actually feel that with your woman, right? And a lot of us, we don't feel that anymore. We're lost. And so being in a relationship is a struggle because we ourselves are lost. Okay? We ourselves are lost. Now, I hope that addresses, is there anything else here? Let's take a peek at this. Let's address the last part of this, which is, what about the urge to go after the shiny new thing, hotter girls? There's always going to be hotter girls, okay? There's always going to be that desire for another woman. That is a phantom, though. You must realize it's a phantom, and it comes with a lot of unknown. It's primarily lust. And there is something incredible about being in a relationship with someone you love, you care about, that cares about you, that sort of gives more meaning to your life than any fling or chasing a hotter girl could give you. And you only get to experience that after being in a relationship for a while. And this is why I believe marriage is a good thing, because then you can focus on, you become less egotistical, where it's all about who can I have sex with, who can I claim, what my number count, like all this weird stuff. And it's more like your life takes on meaning because you become a solid individual, rock that can, this is like building your legacy, man. Do you want your legacy to be that you just slept with a bunch of girls? Like that's what you're building? Or do you want to create an empire that you had, people that you cared about you, that trusted you, that you supported, and that you led them into a better life? And you only get to experience that, I really believe, after that initial phase, when you stop chasing all of these lustful desires. So it's going to be there. Breathe it in, breathe it into your balls and let it create more high thumos in your life. Seriously, let it be fire in the belly. Like, let the beauty that is out there in the world, and all these women, and they'll look at you and they'll see you, man. They'll see you as a high value man, and it's very tempting. But I think you always have to have the goal in mind. You have to have a bigger reason why. It's just meaning. It's meaning, man. Like, you're gonna have way more meaningful. It's going to satiate you in a different way when you have a good relationship. All right. So let's not keep this going. If you guys have any more questions about this, then to ask. You can ask down below. You can ask in the Discord group. I love to see you guys in the Discord group, talking with you, answering these questions. It's an amazing place. Get in here if you're not already, all right? So let's get it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Leave a like, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.